Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a lot to break down and trust me, you won't want to miss a minute of this one. We've got trade rumors swirling, draft talk that could completely reshape the future of this team, and a whole lot more. This is a jam-packed episode that you're going to want to stick around for, so buckle up. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and tap that bell for notifications. You don't want to miss out on the best Cowboys content around, and if you're part of the Cowboys family, then we're all about keeping you updated. Alright, now let's dive into today's hottest topics. First, let's talk about one of the most intriguing trade rumors swirling around the Dallas Cowboys, Myles Garrett. Yeah, you heard that right, Myles Garrett, the superstar defensive end for the Cleveland Browns. The rumor is that Garrett could be on the move this offseason, and the Cowboys are reportedly one of the teams interested in bringing him aboard. If this trade goes down, it would be nothing short of a game-changer for the Cowboys. Garrett has been an absolute beast since entering the league in 2017. He's been an elite pass rusher and a constant threat on the defensive line. Just last season, he recorded 17 sacks and 60 tackles. Not only is he a dominant force against the run, but his ability to rush the passer would add a new level of intensity to the Cowboys' defense. When you pair Garrett with Micah Parsons, you're looking at one of the scariest pass rushing duos in the entire NFL. It would give offensive coordinators nightmares trying to block both of them. But there are challenges to a potential trade. First off, Garrett's salary is huge. He's on a 6-year, $125 million deal with a big cap hit, which would complicate things for a Cowboys team already navigating salary cap issues. Could the Cowboys find a way to make this work, either by restructuring Garrett's contract or moving some money around? That's a big question, but you can't deny that this is a trade that would take the defense to another level. Sure, it might be a long shot, but we've seen Jerry Jones make aggressive moves in the past, so this trade is something worth watching. Moving on from the trade talk, let's talk about a rising star that's caught the attention of scouts, analysts, and you guessed it, the Cowboys. I'm talking about running back Ashton Jeanty. You might not have heard his name just yet, but trust me, you're going to want to keep an eye on him. Jeanty had an incredible 2024 season at Boise State, rushing for over 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's an explosive, dynamic running back who isn't just a bruiser between the tackles, he's also a major threat in the passing game. In fact, Jeanty finished his college career with 45 receptions, showing he can do it all. For the Cowboys, adding someone like Jeanty would be a huge boost to their backfield. With Tony Pollard coming off an injury, the Cowboys need to add some depth at the running back position. Jeanty could step in and provide a change of pace option, someone who can carry the load on early downs and then contribute as a pass-catching back in the red zone or on third downs. He's got the vision, the burst, and the hands to be an instant contributor in the Cowboys' offense. Plus, with his stock rising, Jeanty could be available in the second or third round of the draft, which is a perfect spot for Dallas to scoop him up without having to reach. He may not be a household name right now, but if the Cowboys take him, Jeanty could quickly become a fan favorite. Now, let's shift gears and talk about another player who's become an intriguing potential target for the Cowboys' defense, linebacker Germaine Pratt from the Cincinnati Bengals. Pratt has been a rock-solid contributor for the Bengals for a few years now, and with his contract coming up, the Cowboys could look to add him to bolster their linebacker core. While the Cowboys already have solid linebackers in Leighton Vander Esch and Damone Clark, adding a player like Pratt would give them another playmaker who can impact the game in multiple ways. Pratt is an instinctive linebacker who can cover in space, tackle in the open field, and even get after the quarterback in pass rushing situations. In fact, Pratt posted 120 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 interceptions in 2024, not bad for a linebacker. His ability to read plays and make stops in both the run and pass game would be a massive asset to the Cowboys' defense, especially when facing high-powered offenses in the NFC East. The real question is, can the Cowboys afford to sign him? With their current cap situation and other needs on the roster, this could be a tough call, but I think Pratt would be a great addition if the Cowboys can make the money work. It's always beneficial to have depth at linebacker, and Pratt would certainly help make the defense that much tougher. Of course, when you talk about the offseason, there's always trade speculation about who the Cowboys could target to improve their roster. There are a few other big names that are floating around, and if Jerry Jones wants to make a move, these players could fit right in with what Dallas is trying to build. First up, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. The Arizona Cardinals are reportedly looking to part ways with Hopkins, and if that happens, the Cowboys should be ready to pounce. I know the Cowboys already have CeeDee Lamb, but adding a veteran like Hopkins would give Dak Prescott an elite no-one option on the outside. With Lamb and Hopkins, the Cowboys would have one of the most dynamic receiving duos in the NFL. And don't forget, Hopkins is a proven performer in big games. If the Cowboys want to make a Super Bowl run, Hopkins could be the missing piece in their offense. Then, we have cornerback Jalen Ramsey. There have been rumors swirling that the Los Angeles Rams might look to trade Ramsey, and if that happens, the Cowboys could make a move to solidify their secondary. Pairing Ramsey with Trevon Diggs would create one of the most dangerous cornerback tandems in the league. And finally, let's not forget about Khalil Mack, another pass rushing force who could be available if the Chargers are looking to make moves this offseason. If the Cowboys add Mack to an already stacked defensive line, it would be a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Now, I know we're all excited about the upcoming NFL draft, and with the Cowboys picking at 26, there are a lot of potential directions they could go. My first mock draft for the Cowboys has them selecting offensive lineman John Michael Schmitz from Minnesota. Schmitz is a powerful interior lineman who could help shore up the O-line, especially with Tyron Smith's future uncertain. Adding Schmitz would give the Cowboys another young, talented player who could step in and contribute right away. With their second-round pick, I've got the Cowboys grabbing cornerback Kelly Ringo from Georgia. Ringo is an athletic corner with great size, and he could instantly challenge for a starting spot in the Cowboys' secondary. He's a lockdown corner who could grow alongside Diggs and help the Cowboys' defense stay elite. And finally, with their third-round pick, I see the Cowboys taking running back Ashton Jeanty, as we discussed earlier. Jeanty could add another layer to the offense, whether as a change of pace back or someone who can take over the backfield duties if needed. So there you have it, my early mock draft for the Cowboys. With these picks, the Cowboys would be in a great position to not only get younger but to address key areas of need, including offensive line, cornerback, and running back. And with the addition of some key trade targets, Dallas could be ready to make a real push for the NFC Championship next season. That's going to wrap up today's video, but I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. What do you think about the Myles Garrett trade rumors? Would you be excited to see Ashton Jeanty on the team? And who do you want the Cowboys to target in the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you all. As always, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!